Have you ever wondered why some people, despite working from dawn to dusk and living frugally their entire lives, still find financial freedom to be a distant dream? Meanwhile, others, who seem no more gifted than you, achieve staggering wealth in just a few years, enjoying a life you don't even dare to dream of. If you've ever felt puzzled or even anxious about this, then the book we're discussing today is exactly for you. The book is called The Millionaire Fastlane, and author MJ DeMarco bluntly exposes the misconceptions we've been taught about money since childhood. Study hard, get a good job, work hard, save diligently, invest for retirement, and then, when you're 65, you can finally breathe a sigh of relief. The author calls this the Slowlane, and its destination usually isn't financial freedom, but a lifetime of disappointment and regret. How valuable is this book? Let me put it this way. It could save you 5 to 10 years of searching, or even directly change your life. Therefore, I highly recommend you save this video, as it is packed with information and you might need to watch it twice to fully grasp everything. Fasten your seatbelts and get ready to go. The core of this book is that it shatters our two entrenched financial mindsets and proposes a completely new, fast approach. The entire book is very solid, but today, I will focus on 3 key points that will most impact your understanding. Author DeMarco immediately throws cold water on us. He says that most people, by default, follow one of 2 preset financial roadmaps, the sidewalk or the slow lane. Only a very small number, after an awakening, choose to take the fast lane. First, there is the sidewalk. People who choose this path, to put it bluntly, live for the moment. They don't plan for the future, spend whatever they earn, sometimes even more than they make, living on credit cards and online loans. They believe that life is fleeting, and one should enjoy it while it lasts. But if an unexpected event hits like unemployment, a medical emergency, or a financial crisis, their lives can collapse in an instant. Second, there is the slow lane, which is the path advocated by the majority of our society. Study hard, get into a good university, find a stable job, work overtime to strive for promotions and raises. Then live frugally and invest any savings, hoping that through the power of compounding, they will have enough wealth upon retirement after 40 or 50 years. Sounds pretty reasonable, right? But the author bluntly exposes the fatal flaw of this path. It trades your time for money. Your income is entirely dependent on the time you invest. You only have 24 hours a day, so your income is capped. More brutally, the process is extremely long, requiring decades of perseverance. During this time, you can't afford to lose your job, get sick, or have a serious accident, or your plan will be derailed. Furthermore, you are trading your most precious and non-renewable asset, your life, for slow-growing income. As the book's profound metaphor suggests, you are like a hamster trapped on a wheel. No matter how fast you run, you are essentially stuck in one place. The author personally experienced the despair of the slow lane. He drove a taxi, and even if he drove 24 hours a day, his income was still capped, and his body would break down first. He realized that if he continued like this, he would never achieve true freedom. So, what is the way out? It's the third path, the fast lane. The core concept of the fast lane is not to trade time for money, but to use assets and systems to make money for you. Its goal is to create wealth rapidly. It aims to help you achieve financial freedom in years, not decades. It doesn't teach you how to earn money with a job, but how to build a business system to do it. This mindset shift is crucial. People in the slow lane ask, how can I find a higher paying job? While people in the fast lane ask, how can I create a product or business worth millions? One focuses on themselves, the other focuses on creating external value. You might be a little confused or excited by this, but don't worry. In the previous section, we discussed the goal of the fast lane, to build a profitable system. The next question naturally arises, what kind of system qualifies as a fast lane system that can get me into the fast lane? This is our second key point and the core formula of the book. Author DeMarco says that not all businesses can enter the fast lane. For example, if you open a milk tea shop and you have to be present to supervise it, you are essentially trading time for money. At best, you're just a business owner stuck in the slow lane. A true fast lane business must meet 5 key commandments: need, entry, control, scale, and time. These 5 words might sound a bit abstract, so I will explain them one by one, providing examples for each to ensure you understand clearly. Need. Your business must solve a significant market need or pain point. not just satisfy a personal hobby. Many startups fail because they open a shop that they feel good about. For example, I have a lot of dolls, so I'll open a doll shop. But the market doesn't need it. All successful businesses capture a real need. DeMarco's earliest success was creating a website for online bookings for luxury car rental companies. He solved the pain point of small businesses struggling to reach a global customer base in the early days of the internet. Steve Jobs created the iPhone, satisfying people's desire for a smart device that combined calls, music, and the internet. Both are examples of capturing a significant need. 2. Entry. Your business must have a sufficient barrier to entry. You can't have just anyone easily copy you and then crush you with fierce competition. If your business is open to everyone, such as food delivery or ride-hailing, it's very difficult to build a moat. DeMarco's website succeeded because he built a brand and system through a first-mover advantage, requiring latecomers to incur significant costs to catch up. The barrier for Tencent's WeChat is its vast network effect. All your friends are on it, making it difficult for you to leave. Coca-Cola's barriers are its brand and secret formula. Both are extremely high barriers. 3. Control. You must have absolute control over your business. If you run a business where your lifeline is in the hands of a platform, you could be wiped out if the platform's rules change, meaning you lack control. The author advises against putting all your hopes in the stock market because you cannot control its ups and downs. You should control a system where you have the final say. For example, many major self-media bloggers, although they start on platforms, eventually build their own communities, apps, and brands, truly taking control. 4. Scale. Your business must have massive potential for expansion. Theoretically, your customers could reach everyone nationwide or even globally, not just the few streets around your neighborhood. The ceiling of your market scale determines the ceiling of your wealth. For example, if you open a barber shop with a service radius of only 5 kilometers, you can cut at most 30 heads a day. But if you create an online course teaching hairstyling, you can sell it to thousands of people around the world. This creates economies of scale. 5. This is also the most important. Ultimately, your business must be detached from your time. That is, even if you don't work for a day, the system can still automatically and continuously make money for you, generating passive income. After author DeMarco built his website system, he no longer had to write code or negotiate with clients every day. The system ran automatically and generated income, allowing him to achieve time freedom. Even after Bill Gates retired from Microsoft, Windows and Office software continue to be sold globally, bringing him profits. J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter, and even if she stops writing new books, the royalties will continue to flow in. These 5 commandments are like a sieve, helping you filter out opportunities that only seem valuable. You can use these 5 criteria to evaluate any business idea. If it fails to meet any of them, such as being inseparable from your time, then it's probably not a perfect Fastlane vehicle. Okay, now we have the mindset, model, and the evaluation criteria. But as an ordinary person with no money or resources, how can you start to find such a perfect system? This brings us to our third and most practical key point. The author argues that the first and most difficult step on the Fastlane journey is a complete change in mindset, from a consumer to a producer. Most of us spend 99% of our time being consumers. We watch short videos, play games, shop for goods and services, and we spend money. Conversely, producers are the ones who create short videos, develop games, manufacture goods, and provide services. They make money. The Fastlane requires you to shift a significant amount of your time and energy from consumption to creation. You don't think about what you need, but what the world needs, and what value you can create for it. The book offers a very practical path. It doesn't ask you to quit your job and start a business immediately, but to start as a weekend producer. Step 1. Stop using a Slowlane mindset to solve problems. When you're short on money, don't just think about working overtime or finding a part-time job. Instead, think about whether you can create a product, service, or piece of content that can be sold to many people at once. Step 2. Focus on investing in skills and knowledge. In the early stages of your career, the best investment is not the stock market, but yourself. Spend money and time learning and mastering a hard skill that meets market demand, such as programming, design, writing, or video creation. This skill will be the foundation of your future wealth. Step 3. Choose a niche and start small. Don't try to be the next Jeff Bezos overnight. Start by solving a small problem for a small group of people. For example, if you're a PowerPoint wizard, instead of pitching your services to Fortune 500 companies, you could create a short tutorial on designing professional presentations and post it online. You have solved a pain point for new employees. Once your tutorial has helped 100 people and you've received positive feedback, you can offer more in-depth courses, one-on-one consulting, or even sell templates. You have shifted from a consumer to a producer. This process is like building your own system, step by step. Initially, it might be weak, but your job is to continuously optimize and amplify it based on the 5 commandments. Remember, the fast lane is not a lottery ticket. It is a path to acquiring wealth by creating immense value for others. Its essence isn't just about speed, it's about leverage. It's about amplifying your effort and the value you create through a scalable system, so you're no longer limited by your personal time. To summarize, today we have learned the essential details of the Millionaire Fastlane. First, identify your path. Most people are on the sidewalk or in the slow lane, trading time for money on a long and fragile road to freedom. You must realize that you need to switch to the passing lane. Second, build a system. The true fast lane is about establishing a business system that meets the 5 key commandments: need, entry, control, scale, time, and lets it generate passive income for you. Third, transform your identity. Start shifting from a consumer mindset to a producer mindset now. Invest in yourself, master skills, identify a niche need, start small, and begin creating value for others. The fast lane is fundamentally a path of value creation. Wealth is not something you chase. It is the natural reward for solving problems and creating value for society. If you truly grasp that, you'll realize this book isn't about get-rich-quick schemes. It's a solid, actionable philosophy for both business and life. It's about freedom, not just financial freedom, but also freedom of time and freedom of choice in life. If today's content inspired you, like, save, and share it so your friends can start this mindset revolution too. This might be the best gift you can give them. In the next installment, I will explain in more depth the most dangerous psychological traps and common mistakes encountered on the fast lane journey, such as waiting until I have money to start and ideas are worthless, and how to break through them. This is the most essential practical content in the book, which will definitely help you avoid 90% of the pitfalls. If you don't want to miss it, remember to follow me, and we'll see you next time.